Oh, side.
That's an F.
So it was a little bit of a long night. Actually, it was a little bit of a shorter night because I didn't really get that much sleep. We went looking for his inhaler this morning and could not find his inhaler. And since we've moved, I don't think we've had to use his inhaler, so we didn't know where it was. I thought, okay, well, maybe it's in storage. Let me go to storage to find it, because I was starting to get a little bit nervous with his wheezing and coughing. And it's not like he was having an asthma attack. Please don't think that he was having an asthma attack, because he's not. He's not having an asthma attack, but it just does, the medicine does help him breathe better. So took my little 20-minute snooze nap. I have my coffee now. I took the day off. I am here. We are starting to have testing tomorrow, which is stressing me out. And I need to go and grab that book later on today so that I can read up and make sure I refresh my memory on everything that I need to be doing for tomorrow. So I have been enjoying a little bit of a snack and thinking about what it is that I am trying to make for dinner and figuring out excuses for me to go to Target. I'm not planning anything for this week because of testing. I don't want to kind of wear my kid's brain out. So we won't be doing a ton of like reading and writing stuff. We will have some different activities that we will do in the afternoon, but that's kind of all that I have planned for them. I'm not gonna, you know, make them have to think even more than what they had to think in the morning. Hopefully we can go to Target. Picked up my Pennsylvania PSSA booklet. I'm going to read over that and be very diligent about reading it. I am extremely nervous about giving the PSSAs. Like, I cannot even express to you how nervous I am. I don't want to see something wrong or do something wrong and then like end up getting fined or fired. I don't know what they do. Like, what do they do? Do you just get a slap on the hand? I don't even know. Either way, picked up that booklet, ended up talking for a while with my partner teacher and another person that's on my vertical team, which was good and fun. And then I just now stopped at Giant, picked up some food because I'm going to attempt to make stir fry. My husband is asking me for stir fry. I'm going to try to be a good little wife and I'm going to attempt to make stir fry. I'll let you guys know how it goes. So I am heading back to the house, going to attempt to do that, and then I will catch up with you guys to let you know as far as like how my planning is going. Okay, so the lighting is probably not that great, but really quick wanted to chime in and tell you guys that so for the PSSAs we have to have certain things that are written out on our board every single morning, and in order to just save my brain and not have to sit there and write everything every single morning, got a fantastic idea from one of my like teachers on my team, and she wrote them out on her Anchor charts. So she had them already written out for the entire week. She doesn't have to worry about it in the morning. So that is what I'm going to currently do, is sit down with all my Anchor charts and write them all out. So all of my directions are done. Good morning, everyone. It is Tuesday and I am in the parking lot. Actually, I'm not even in the parking lot. I'm on the playground in the very back of the building because I have so much stuff that I need to take inside. Like a lot of stuff. So today's the first day of PSSAs and it's getting dark. Let's try that again. So today is the first day of PSSAs. So we are giving our kids breakfast every single day for the PSSAs, and not just like any little breakfast, y'all. Like, I'm not talking about those little powdered donuts. Like, today we're doing pancakes for them. Tomorrow is cereal. So I brought a couple of things for that, and then my partner's also bringing a few other things so that we can make them some pancakes this morning. Hopefully I'll get to get one. All right, I need to unpack my entire car. Here we go. I am such a dum-dum. So I was unpacking everything outside of my car, getting all the boxes into my classroom. And then when I go to take out the electric skillet that we have, as I'm like pulling it out, I'm like, there's no cord to this. There's nothing. I left it at home, but thankfully, y'all, like, I live like probably 10 minutes away, and because I get here so early, like I probably get here before 6:30 in the morning, So because I do get here so early, I was able to drive back home and my husband had found it. So yay, I have the cord. We get to have pancakes. All that stuff needs to come down. Look at my room. Look how messy it looks. And so now please don't think that all of this is like the subs mess, because this was a lot of stuff that was left over from Friday that I did not even bother with. Oh look, some of my girls brought their gummy bear stuff. Oh, how cute. So excited for them to do that. So a lot of this stuff was from Friday, so please don't judge it. I had full like hopes and dreams in coming to school yesterday, and of course that did not happen because my son, but he is doing a little bit better today. He was still wheezing a little bit this morning, but he's doing okay. So I need to get busy because we have a lot of stuff to get done. Okay, so I'm gonna really quick just do a little what am I wearing, because I am so excited that it is finally like semi-spring weather outside. And when I say semi, I mean like it's still just a little bit too cold, but it's still beautiful outside. So here's what I have on. I hope you guys like it. I'm gonna probably try to do one every single day this week, and I'm gonna make them all dresses. So every day this week I'm gonna do dresses. I wish I would have had one yesterday, but y'all, was lazy. When I'm at home, like I am in a raggedy old t-shirt that my husband hates, and in some type of workout pants, or I stay in my pajamas all day long. So don't hate me on that one. But here's what I have. So this sweater is from Old Navy, and these are all, I think these are recent. So this is Old Navy, and then the dress itself is also Old Navy, which is super cute. It is like a sleeveless, kind of cuts as a V right here, which is really adorable. And then it has like these little pleats. I don't know if you guys can see that. It's probably wrinkled, but it has pleats. It has such a pretty fit to it. So, and then underneath I have this Grayson lace slip, which is super cute. So it goes all the way up, and then it gives it a little bit of length on the back, a little bit of length in the front, because I am always nervous about showing my legs or not having it long enough. So it just makes it a really cute little look. And then I got these ankle boots quite some time ago from DSW. I don't know the brand itself, but that's kind of my little outfit for today. All right, my classroom setup overall is already done. I had to spread out all of my desks, so I did that. I'm only gonna have 3 people for each of these tables, so I put chairs on either end, and then one person will sit on that bench, and then the chairs over there are spread out. So, and then at the round table I have 2 people there. So that is done. I'm gonna go ahead and hang up my chart, which has all of the information that I need to have on it for the PSSAs, and then I gotta cover this stuff up, so I'm about to do that now. All right, so my poster's up that has what we need to have done for today. Everything is kind of cleared off. I try not to leave anything up there. I'm not sure if I'm supposed to cover that little quote up or not. What I might end up doing is just stretching this little sucker out, or it may not do that at all. I'm not really sure. All right, ladies and gents, we have our pancake party gonna happen in just a little bit, and we are getting ready for some testing. I've been reading the booklet up and down with my partner teacher. We've been walking through all of the things. I've been asking questions, so we're gonna make this happen. I will talk to you guys after the PSSAs. It is now the end of the day, and I am feeling extremely exhausted. And it's funny because I didn't even do anything. Please let me know if you guys are in like testing mode. Do you get tired when you're giving the test? Like, I'm not even doing anything. But y'all, my partner teacher and I are both like, we're counting our steps like for like during the test time to see who kind of wins. I failed tremendously today because she had 8,300 and some like steps, which was amazing. Me, however, I probably had like 3,000 steps. I don't understand how she was able to get that many steps in. And even then, my legs are killing me just from like walking around today. That was it. And then I started getting like really sleepy towards the very end of the test, and I'm like, gotta stay awake, gotta stay awake. But then once everybody was done, I think we had about 30 minutes left from it before we actually had to go to lunch, so the kids kind of had free time, and then I was able to do some cleaning up because we gave out pancakes today. I told you guys that we were making breakfast for the kids, and today was pancakes day. Here's kind of the leftovers. These are my partner's pancakes, by the way. She made egg-shaped pancakes. She was trying to be super cute because it's April. So we had pancakes today, and that was really fun. Kids really enjoyed that. Tomorrow is going to be cereal day, so I need to go and pick up some bowls and I think some spoons so that I can have those ready for tomorrow. And I bought like 6 boxes of cereal, so like variety of cereal. Once we had kind of our testing part of it done, we had probably about an hour like in between lunchtime and then our special time. We took that opportunity to just be able to go outside and then have our read aloud and have snack time, which was absolutely perfect. And then we're going to be doing the exact same thing for the rest of the week. And then in the afternoons, what we're doing is we're flip-flopping classes. So we have like our peanut butter group and our jelly group. So she had jelly today, I had peanut butter today. And what I'm going to have the kids do, because I am like adamant, I'm like, I don't want these kids like having to do this test and then stressing themselves out over more work stuff. Like, I'm not gonna do it. So we're doing a little bit more of a fun craft, which I thought was really cool. So let me show this to you guys. Okay, you're sitting on a cushion. Let's hope you don't fall. So what I did with the kids is I actually have like these really big pieces of paper. I guess it's the larger size, the 12 by 16, is it? I can't remember the exact size. So I just have the plain white paper, and what I did is I set up my projector so that it was like flashing light, and I had the kids come and sit and kneel in front of me, and they had to stay very still, so that I could trace their face. Excuse this like crazy messed up mark, but then I traced the outline of their face. I can't think of the word. I'm like brain fried right now. Then what I had them do is, because I had a ton of Scholastic book orders left over because people were giving me some since I didn't have my Scholastic for some reason for a while. So I figured, okay, perfect time. I'm gonna be able to do this and the kids will enjoy it. They're gonna get to talk. Bless their hearts, they don't like not talking during the day. So what they did is I drew the silhouette on one side, and then I told them, I was like, you can, on the other side, you're going to find books that you either like, that you are considering reading, or that you have read that you really like. It needs to kind of represent you as a reader. And they would glue them down on the opposite side, and then they cut it out, and look at their little silhouette. Oh my gosh, they're so cute. Aren't they cute, the little silhouettes? They're beautiful. This is kind of what they did today. We're gonna do the exact same thing tomorrow, so I need to make sure I have something planned for Thursday and Friday. Now, some of the kids did not get to finish this, so this will definitely be like a Thursday thing as well, but I need to figure out something else for those kids who did finish it, because I did have like 4 or 5 of them that did finish. So this was one of them. This was another one. Oh, there's some more. He kind of cut off his neck a little bit, but that's okay. And then this one. Super cute. I was really impressed by them. They picked a lot of books that when I'm looking at it, I'm like, yep, that's totally you right there. So this was a really fun craft. So if you end up having a lot of extra like catalogs, or if you had like a bin, like I know at my old school we had a bin where if the teachers didn't want to order anything for that month, or they had too many that were extra, they would put them in this big bin and people can go and like grab from that bin. And this was like magazines, anything that you can think of, but it kind of represents them as a little reader, and I really like it. So I will put these up after the PSSAs, hopefully in the hallway or out in my classroom, because I absolutely love them. So I'm gonna put their little silhouettes everywhere. I am pretty much ready to go. So I have that anchor chart ready to go, and I don't want to show it to you too much because that was on the PSSA. So I have my anchor chart ready to go for tomorrow, telling them what questions that they're doing. I have my test booklet and everything's kind of over here on top of this, ready to go for tomorrow. Now, that's pretty much it. I am kind of sort of cleaned off, but not really. So I need to quickly try to clean off some of this, and I'm actually thinking about just leaving it until the morning. I take that back. I'm gonna leave it until the morning because I am kind of tired and I do need to stop to go to the store. So I'm gonna do that there. I do need to take that stuff home, so I need to put that in my bag, and then I need to disperse of this mess. So let's get busy. Bye. Good morning, everyone. So I think I'm gonna start a new series on this channel. I think I'm gonna start back in the building, parked in the parking lot chats. I'm just joking, but I am in the very back of the building once again today. It is day 2 of the PSSAs, and I was in charge of bringing the cereal and milk and all that good jazz, so I was not about to try to carry that up into the building all in one shot, nor was I trying to go back and make multiple trips. I gotta save my steps to redeem myself for the PSSA step challenge. I'm gonna do it. Okay, so teachers out there that have testing, how many of you hate your room during the time of testing? Right now, like, my room is stressing me out because it is not the way that it should be. It is not the setup that I want. My desks are all randomly like in lonely islands, which is so sad. I came in this morning and instead of me being like, school, I'm like, ugh. And I have to make sure that I sharpen my pencils this morning because I need to have those sharpened for testing. So I'm gonna start doing that, and then hopefully I can like clean out some of the mess that I have. But I desperately need to be cleaning things out. Y'all, really quick, as far as like an update as to last week's like vlog videos, I told you guys that there was something really exciting happening, and there is something exciting happening. However, I still can't tell you because the letter has not gone out to parents, which is also very frustrating, and we were hoping that it was going to go out on Monday or Tuesday. It's now Wednesday. Hopefully it'll go out today. We don't know. We would like for it to go out today because we do have a meeting about it next week, and if it doesn't go back out today, then we're gonna have to postpone our meeting until a later date, which would also be a bummer. I hope to be able to tell you guys what's happening in this vlog video, and you guys are so funny about the whole looping thing, and I will already tell you I'm not really looping. I'm not looping with my kids, so I will let you guys know that. As far as like in this video, maybe that helps you and like sparks some more ideas in your brain as to what could be happening. But I am very excited about it, and hopefully it will be able to get revealed by the end of this week. Cross my fingers. Okay, I need to stop talking. I hope you guys are having a good day. I need to go sharpen my pencils. Pencils. Oh, how did you get out? Get back in there. All the boxes of cereal. Which one is your favorite cereal? Apple Jacks? Fruit Loops? Cinnamon Toast Crunch? Multigrain Cheerios? Frosted Flakes? Lucky Charms? I'm supposed to be sharpening pencils, and I'm over here unboxing my breakfast for this morning. So we got bowls, and then we also have spoons, and the milks are in the fridge. Pencils other than that one does not look great. That looks better. Pencils are sharpened. Okay, so really quick, while we are on this topic of pencils, I just need someone to kind of understand me. And hopefully one of you out there will understand me. How many of you as teachers cannot stand it when students are sharpening pencils during the day? It is probably one of my biggest pet peeves. I cannot handle it when they are sharpening pencils throughout the day. It has been since like my first year teaching. That is probably one of the biggest things that I cannot handle, and it's gotten worse. And my milk just fell out of my okay, so I'll go fix that in a second, but let me just finish. But I cannot handle it. So I sharpen the pencils, and I'm okay with sharpening all the pencils so long as they don't sharpen them throughout the day. And then on the colored pencils on Friday, I will sharpen all the colored pencils so that they have sharpened pencils. But I cannot stand it when they use a sharpener in the classroom, especially like when I'm teaching, because I will like do that slow doll turn, and I'm like because it drives me bonkers. If you are like me, just kind of, can you please just leave a comment below and just say, Bridget, yeah, I totally feel you. I can't handle it either. So I don't feel as bad, because my partner teacher and some other people on my vertical team were making fun of me to the point where they sent a video of a student who was sharpening pencils to my phone because they thought it was funny. I need to sharpen the rest of my pencils. I told you guys that I was going to show you some different outfits this week, And I know this isn't a dress, so please, please, please don't leave a comment underneath there saying, Bridget, you didn't show us 4 dresses. I know that this is not a dress, but it's not pants, so to me that counts. I'm gonna show you my little outfit today, and I am very, very excited about it because I just kind of seriously just whipped it together this morning because the other thing was not working with the shoes that I have on, and I really wanted to wear these shoes. So here is what I have on today. This skirt. Okay, I guess let me also say, a lot of the times when I buy things from like Anthropologie, sometimes these are really, well, no, they're really, really old. Maybe every once in a while I have one from like last year, but Anthropologie is not cheap, y'all. Like, it is really, really expensive. So I don't tend to buy a ton of things from there, but I will try to splurge on one skirt once a year from Anthropologie because to me they last so long and they're so pretty and they're gorgeous. So the skirt I have on today is an Anthropologie shirt. Here's what I have. All right, so this is a very long skirt, and what I love is that it has like these buttons here, which are very, very cute. These have like little wire inside of them, so like I can literally like shape them, which is nice because I kind of have a tendency to just shape them to my body so that they're not flaring up, which would drive me crazy. Super cute. Okay, so I told you guys I wanted to wear these shoes, so look at my shoes. Actually, I'm gonna take one off and show you. But look how cute they are. They are brand spanking new. They're Sam Edelman, I think that's how you pronounce him. My husband bought these for me, and let me say, my husband is not a sentimental like guy. Like, he's never been that person like that's like, oh, this reminded me of this and this reminded me of that of you. Like, he's not that sentimental. Like, he's more of a practical kind of guy, which I love him. I love him to death. And the other day he was like, I bought you something, and I'm like, oh Lord, what did you buy? And he was like, well, it reminded me of our wedding. And I was like, what? He was like, yeah, it reminded me of our wedding. Well, it ended up being these shoes. So let me tell you, on my wedding, like the night before my wedding, people were making fun of my shoes because I was not about to try to have like a really fancy wedding. Like, seriously guys, I would have gone to the courthouse and been totally okay with it, but my mom wanted to have a wedding. That's fine. So I was literally gonna wear just shoes that I had around the house and wasn't gonna go and buy shoes. Well, the night before my wedding, my cousins and my sister were all like, oh my gosh, I can't believe you're gonna wear those ugly shoes. So I went to a place called Belk that is like in the Summit area where I lived, and there were these really beautiful blues, like this color blue shoes. They were gorgeous, and that turned out to be like the highlight of my entire dress, was those shoes, because they were gorgeous. But isn't that so sweet that he remembered which shoes that I wore, because I don't typically wear them. They hurt my feet like crazy. And he got me some that kind of matched. Was so very, very, very sweet of him. So I really wanted to wear these shoes because they came in yesterday and I wanted to wear them today. And y'all, these are comfortable. Like, this right here is so cushiony. I was kind of concerned. I was like, I might have to take my shoes off during testing. I don't think I am. I'll let you know at the end of the day. But these are so freaking cushiony. Like, I just feel the cushion when I'm like stepping. Okay, TMI. Anyway, okay, and then I think the top part up here is all Target, to be honest. This shirt I got a couple of years ago, or maybe it was last year at Target, and then the jacket I think I got last year or the year before at Target as well. So this is like a Stella and Dot necklace, which it's really cute. I don't wear it often enough, but today it seemed to fit really well, so there you go. Outfit of the day. Okay, I have full plans to redeem myself during these PSSAs. I'm going to beat my partner teacher with steps. I'm gonna do it, guys. Please be rooting me on. I know you're probably like, after, it's gonna be way after, but root me on. I think we're ready to go. We're gonna do this. I'll show you guys my little setup. So I have like my little thing of mints here. I have little erasers, which, by the way, I cut them in half. I don't know if anyone else does this. I cut mine in half because they waste them and then they lose them, and I'm not sure what happens to them. So I cut them in half so that it's a little bit easier to manage. And then I have all of their pencils inside of the box here. I have my manual here, a piece of paper there, and my box right there. So my little setup that I have going on for PSSAs. And then we have all of the cereals here. ready to go. And I'm gonna put the milks out over here so they can have their breakfast this morning. Pretty simple. We're not going super fancy. I think in the previous years, like for my son's class, we went a little bit fancier. Like I had chalkboards and I had like it all like super fancy. I'm not going super fancy this year because we are giving them breakfast every single day, and we're giving them good breakfast too. So tomorrow's bagels, and my partner teacher is going to do bagels. Okay, I am going to hopefully talk to you guys during my lunch break because it is in the entire 4th grade that goes into lunch, and the kids get to sit anywhere. They don't have to sit at like the assigned tables that we typically have. I'm not going to have lunch with them because they want to go and hang out with all of the other kids that are like in other classes, which I totally get. So we are not having lunch with them this week, but we will like resume having lunch with them next week once we kind of get back to our normal schedule. So hopefully I'll talk to you guys during my lunch break. If not, then I don't know, sometime later. Second break of the day, and I have created a really huge mess in my classroom. Here's the story. By the way, I won the steps challenge during the PSSAs today. I was very proud of myself. Anyways, just wanted to throw that little piece of victory in there. Right after like the PSSAs were done, my kids still had probably an hour and 20 minutes. We're not allowed to leave our rooms until 12 o'clock. My kids still had an hour and 20 minutes of time, and I'm like, I don't want them to be on their iPads. Yesterday we were on our iPads and it was just not okay. So I pulled out all the board games and I said, you guys are just gonna play games. I'm gonna let you have just free time. It's gonna be great. So the kids all were very excited about that, but then crazy Mrs. Stackman I decided that I was going to just dump everything out of the closet. So I have 3 closets, well 4 in the back, but really it was only 3 of them that I've been cleaning through. 2 of which are like my kids' closets, but there was so much junk like in the bottom of the closet, like on the floor, that I started like taking all of that stuff out. And then I started taking all the stuff out that was like on top of the rack. So I'm gonna show you in a second. Started taking all the stuff up outside, like on top of the racks, to hopefully organize some of those things. So now here is what I have done. This is my boys' closet here, and that box with those packets is for when we go to Harrisburg for our field trip. So I have to give that out after our field trip, or maybe on the day of the field trip. So I have to leave that there. That has nowhere else to go, so it has to stay there. But I like to put empty containers because y'all, I can not even like stress how much or how important it is to have just a stack of empty containers. You never know for like lessons when you have to sort things out. It just helps you like be better prepared as a teacher. So I'm going through and putting like my stacks of empty containers here, so that makes it a little bit easier for me to access them. And then I cleaned out everything from the floor. Here's all the junk that was on there. So now I have that all nicely cleaned out. And then this is my girls' closet, which now houses all the board games up top. So these are all the games that my kids are able to play. I'm actually probably gonna have to wean through some of those because they're a hot mess. But that's gonna have to come to a later date. But again, all of that is cleaned out. The only thing that I have in there now is my little Christmas tree. So that looks so much better. Please, please, please don't judge. So this closet has been my junk closet. Okay, so this closet has initially, like, it was initially like my closet behind my small group table. So if you remember, like, I had my small group table right here, and this is the closet where I had both of the filing cabinets inside of it. This was at the very start of the year, and I said, oh, I'm gonna keep my things in there. Well, it very quickly became like a junk closet for just random like stuff, random stuff. So it was to the point, I'm not even joking you, where I would open up the closet and things would come falling out because it was so poorly organized. It's looking a little bit better now. Although, it's a funny story because I told my husband, I was like, I need containers, stat. And him, being the most wonderful person in the whole wide world, was like, okay, fine, I'll go to Walmart and I'll find some containers. So he found the containers, and then he was like, should I get 8 or 9? And I said 8. I need 9. Oh well, we'll come to that later. Now I have it semi-organized, and I'm gonna walk you through it. Here's what I have at the bottom. So there are the 2 yoga balls that got deflated because my babies cannot handle it. And then I keep a bunch of these balls, and we will play morning meeting games or just like games whole group with them. or small group. So I like to keep them inflated because ain't nobody got time to be like deflating them and inflating them all the time. No, not happening. So I leave them inside of this box. This stuff has just things that I will file in there that are just resources that I like to keep. I don't have a ton in there anymore now that I have the bigger one, but I still like to use it. And these are just some things that I have to eventually one day, hopefully, maybe not throw away, go through. Who knows? Okay, and then here comes the containers, which I'm gonna start making some labels for these containers in a second. But I had these back my first year teaching. Like, this is my mom's handwriting because she was organizing some of these things my first year teaching. Isn't that cute? So now what I decided to do was I was gonna put games that we play like as like small groups or whole group, however we like to do it. So some examples are like spoons. And then these spoons are gonna get organized into like for groups, so that I can easily just pass these out versus having to count out how many spoons each time. So like that. Then I also have my buzzards that I like to keep in here. And that's so thankful to have put them in a box because I'm tired of listening to them go off. So a lot of the little, like these are verb tense games. So these are the cards to play either headbands or play spoons with them. And I leave those in there because these are generic, guys. There's nothing that has like a theme to it. It's just a game to quickly be able to play. Same with these. These are just decks of cards, and we practice kind of initially with a deck of cards because it's a little bit easier to learn the game versus having to learn it with the new content. So we don't ever try to do it with the same. We try to learn it with cards first. And I still have to go through and take some of those off. I have little dice that we will play games with, and those are there. Let's see. And those dice don't fit in there very well. I may end up having to move them because that's really bothering me. So these are all going to have labels to be able to put down, and these are all the generic games that we will use throughout the year to kind of work on different skills and practices. And these are some of my book collections for small groups or for book studies. I am slowly but surely getting more to my collection. I actually have some somewhere else that I need to add to this. And then I need to go and get 2 more of these containers to be able to sort out my writing units into these. And then this stuff is like random. I don't even know what to do with it. But these are also like word sorts. So I leave those there. But yes, that's kind of my closet at this point. I feel way better about it because it was really, really bad. I feel so much better about it, but now I have like this hunk of junk mess. Look at all that trash. I have all this mess and I don't know what to do with it. Uh-oh, everything's falling. So I have this mess and now I don't know what to do with it. That's kind of currently my situation. I have a ton of picking up and cleaning to do. I'm feeling so like spring fever, wanting to organize, wanting to clean. It's amazing. And I only have like 10 minutes left. It is now the afternoon, the end of the day, and the kids did a really, really great job. Y'all, whenever they are working on these like scholastic silhouette crafts, it is a hot mess in my room. They have stuff everywhere, but they did a really good job of cleaning it up, which is, you know, that's the most important part. So overall, it was a really great day. We enjoyed having our cereal. I don't know if I remember telling you guys that right after the PSAs, I just let them like do their game boards. I had full intentions of filming like a video where I kind of inform you guys about stuff, and I am working on it. I was gonna do it this afternoon, unfortunately. Well, not unfortunately, fortunately, my principal came in and we were able to discuss things that could be possibly said on Friday. Okay, let's hope that happens. So he came in, we talked for a while, we kind of planned some things out, which is really, really exciting, and that was really about it. So that took quite a bit because now it's 5 o'clock and the kids are gone by like 3:45. It's 5 o'clock and I'm barely getting to anything. So hopefully I'll be able to share that surprise with you guys on Friday, which I'm going to be so excited about. And then I will probably figure out where I'm going to be moving in maybe about a week because this room is going to be leaving, guys. And I don't think I'm going to do a Harry Potter theme again. So that's another thing. Don't think I'm doing Harry Potter. You guys leave some comments down below and let me know what theme I should do. I'm gonna change it up, do something a little bit different. I have to make sure I do a classroom tour before I leave this joint and start like packing and tearing things down, which will be sad. I'm hoping that next week I can tackle that bad boy. And that bad boy has all of my kindergarten stuff in it. And I'm keeping my kindergarten stuff. I am not going to give it away. I might try to minimize some of it so I don't have like multiple copies of things, because typically, like if I had, let's say for Thanksgiving when we made vests, if I had like 8 vests left over, I would keep them for the next year. So I might try to minimize some of those things, but I might tackle that big closet next week. And I have so many girls that want to help me, which is so fantastic too, and it helps me out so much. So I'm sorry if I'm making you dizzy. I apologize. I'm gonna stop rambling. I'm gonna go ahead and clean up. Tomorrow is bagels and cream cheese day, which is gonna be very exciting. So I made some labels last night, and I want to get your guys' opinion on my labels. So I am a very boring person. I don't know if you guys have known that. Like when you look at my attire, like I don't have a ton of color. When you look at like my house, I don't have a ton of color. Like I'm just a very boring person, and it's because I have a tendency to tire easily of, like things that are in, because they always go out. So I stick to more of the classic kind of things. And same with like colors. I try to stick with classic colors because I will get bored of color extremely easy, which is why my room is so neutral and plain, because I don't get tired of it. Like I have not gotten tired of my room at all this year. I had my superhero classroom. I wasn't very tired of that either, but I also did use a ton of black in my classroom. So that probably evened it out. Anyway, so I wanted to do something just a little bit different with my labels. And I think I like them. I'm not sure. You guys let me know. I think I like them. So here are my labels. If you see, like, I like green. Green is my favorite color. So I added that in there. And I wanted the white to almost be like a second layer, almost kind of offset from the black, but then the black wouldn't stick out as much. So that's what my labels are looking like. You guys let me know in the comments. What do you think about my labels? But be nice. Don't be too mean. I need to fill these with my other games. Oh, look, I forgot that one. I guess my spoons game. I need to put those in there. And I also bought more bins for my spoons, so I need to change those over right now too. So I'm gonna do that. Last night, and I tried to look for these bins. The ones that have the little latch on either side. I tried to look for these bins, and they did not have them. They did not have any of them. They were, well, that's a lie, because they did have some that were purple, like clear, and they had purple on it. But those were like really awkward shapes, like they were very tall and what have you. And I want it to be that I can just put them in their houses and then give them these, because it has the right number for each group. Because they did not have those, I opted just to do these. And they're green. I told you, I like green and I like blue. Like those are some of my favorite, those are 2 of my favorite colors. So I'm going to separate them out and get the spoons in here so it'll be easier to pass out when we're doing those games. Look at how perfect that is. It fits them so perfectly. Now I have that in there. So it has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of them fits. And it has to go on top since it sticks out a little bit. But I like that the green goes along with the green. It makes my heart happy. Makes my color OCD heart happy. So now I just need to make labels for all of these, and I will get those done too. And I thought I had this, and I guess I didn't print the second page, but these are like my large dice. Looks awesome. I'm loving it. What is wrong with me? I'm like going through a whole thing where I want to just clean everything out, and I can't do that because I'm making a mess. Like, you know, like I clean, but I make an even bigger mess as I'm cleaning, which is awful. Anyway, so when I went to the Dollar Tree yesterday, I also found some of these like little clear lock, like they lock with each other containers. So here's what they look like. And they come in different sizes, but these little things will lock onto the next one. So I can just kind of, oops, it's supposed to. And so they will lock into each other like that. And it creates a nice little neat organized pile. Well, this is where I decided to end up putting a lot of my supplies because it's just easier for me to get to it. The kids can get to it and I don't have to worry about it. So now I need to go back and start organizing and cleaning out most of it, which this looks really, really nice. And see, there's small ones, they're little itty bitty ones like this. And then they have these that are bigger, which are really nice. And the kids can actually come in and find stuff versus having to like dig around, which is such a pain. Like, who wants to do that? Anyways. So now I'm in this little mode of wanting to clean up. Look at this. Look at that mess down. Look back there. That is awful. Awful. I was going to wear a dress tomorrow because I had planned that I was going to show you guys all my dresses, and I'm about to show you what I'm wearing right now. Had planned that I was going to wear a dress tomorrow, but our superintendent sent out an email and said, you can wear jeans tomorrow. And I'm like, hey, I'm not going to turn down jeans because we don't get to wear jeans very often in my district. They do not believe in wearing jeans in my district very much. They are all about the professional life. I'm all about wearing me some jeans, so I'm really, really sorry that you guys wanted to see some new. It's not happening because I'm wearing jeans tomorrow. But let me show you what I have on today. So I have this. It's a sleeveless, I call it like a t-shirt, probably like a jersey dress, and I got this from Old Navy. It's nice. It kind of goes like right above my knees. It's very flowy, which is really nice. It's extremely comfortable. Like, it's such a comfortable dress. And then I have this blue cardigan, which I bought at Anthropologie years and years ago. But it's nice because it kind of, it's very like casual. So it has two little pockets here, and then it also has this little hoodie in the back. So I just paired it with one of these because I was not feeling it this morning. And then for my shoes, I had these that my mom bought me quite a long time ago. And these are just some Tory Burch. I don't know, I guess you would consider these like boat shoes maybe, I'm not really sure. But they're nice, they're very summery, and they're just little slip-ons. I need to head out to go and get eggs and sausage for my class tomorrow morning for their final breakfast for the PSSAs, which is so nice to be able to say that. Although, in 3 weeks, we are about to have the math PSSAs. But those are only 3 days, and then I think science is only 2 days the week after that. So, I'm gonna skedaddle because I need to go out and do that. It's been pouring rain all day today, and I'm not looking forward to having to go out into the store with it pouring rain. So hope you guys are enjoying it. I will talk to you in the morning. Good morning, everyone. It is Friday. I'm so excited, and today is the day I get to share my news. Today is the day I get to share my news. I know, I saw it once again at the back of my building, and I have to unload my vehicle. So today is probably one of the best breakfasts on the whole entire planet, and it is probably a once in a lifetime type of breakfast for these babies. I don't know, we may do it again and again, I don't know. Anyways, today we are doing eggs and sausage for them, so that's very, very exciting. And just to let you guys know, like, we did send out emails letting parents know, like, hey, we're gonna have these foods. If your child is having any issues with any of these foods, you know, we do have some, like, we still have cereal, we still have bagels, we still have all the stuff from earlier this week. But nobody has said anything so far, and some kids were very polite and they were just like, no thank you, I don't want any, I ate at home, and they were fine with that. With me being in this like spring cleaning kind of mode right now, I have a ton of junk, and I'm realizing that I have a ton of junk. I am admitting right now that I am a little bit of a teacher hoarder. Just a little bit, not a lot, just a little bit. So I need to make a run out to my car because I need to load up a bunch of stuff that I want to take to storage. I have like things from kindergarten that I left in my classroom because I like to reference to them when I'm doing things, when I'm creating units, or when I'm talking to you guys about certain things that I've done in kindergarten previously. So I have a ton of junk from kindergarten in my room, and I'm gonna keep that in my room because I do like to reference to it and have those materials available to me when you guys have, you know, start asking me questions about kindergarten. This is all the stuff that I am wanting to take. This is all the stuff that I am wanting to take to storage. These are 2 chairs that we found at a garage sale that I really actually like. I just don't have space for them in the classroom. So c'est la vie, I'm gonna have to move them and figure out something else to do with them. And then these are a ton of containers that I had for my library. So previously my library down here was all in those containers, and I actually took them out and I'm sorting them differently. So a lot of those containers can now go. And then this is a superhero backdrop that I had from kindergarten that I do not want to give away because my room mom at that time made that for me and it was so beautiful, so I don't want to give it up. And I'm gonna just put all of this stuff in storage. Had to clean out this closet yesterday. Look at all of that. So this had a few like posters, and then it had the that superhero backdrop inside of here. But I was so sick of having, look at all those snacks. I was so sick of having all those snacks back in that corner behind my little whiteboard back there. It was like driving me nuts because I would see it. So I stuck all of our snacks for the PSSAs inside of here so that I could like hide it essentially, because I'm tired of looking at it. It was just driving me nuts. Yeah, like let me know, are you the exact same way? Do you like, can you not get your mind right for teaching when you have chaos like in your room? I can't do it. Like I cannot physically like get my head in the game, or mentally. I cannot mentally get my head in the game with my room a hot mess. I just can't. It just doesn't work for me because I start feeling very overwhelmed and I need to have clean and organized so that I can come into my room and go, ah, let's do this. Let's have a really good day. And I can get myself together. And it has not been that way this week because of testing. But today is the last day of testing, which I'm very excited about. So I need to go get a cart and go take that to my car. So I'm gonna go do that now. This thing is very hard to maneuver, so I'm gonna go ahead and turn it around so it's a little bit easier. It all fit. Okay, we had a parent conference this morning. Check, that is done. I also printed off some new labels for my library books. These are what they look like, and I will kind of go over what each of these are in a little bit, but this is kind of what it would look like on the book. Okay, so now we are about to start to get ready to cook some breakfast. So we're doing sausage and eggs for the kids, and I'm hungry. I brought some tortillas so that I can make me one too. Oh my goodness. It's the end of the day, and my room is semi back to the way it was. That makes my heart really, really happy. Y'all, as soon as we finished the PSSAs, I was like, all right, first thing first, we need to move this room back to the way it was. Like I need my tables back. I need my little small group area back. So now my little small group area is here. I have my desks put up over there. So it's nice and neat, kind of sort of. It's a hot mess right now, which I'm gonna explain all this in a second. Don't judge. So it's messy, but we're gonna get it cleaned up. Before I share my big news with you, I have two other things that I really want to make sure that I talk to you guys about. So the first thing that I really want to talk to you about is what I was doing today. So this is, like I told you that as soon as I start getting into like spring clean mode, I go all out, like, and I cannot stop getting in spring clean mode. Although right now I'm a little over it and I'm like, I just want to go home. I'll deal with it on Monday. But I fixed my library finally. So let me show you what it looks like. So here's how my library works. I sort my books based on genre because I teach with the 40 book challenge, and I want to make sure my kids are reading different genres of books because I also teach by genres. So at the beginning of the year, I teach with the realistic fiction genre. I teach with the traditional literature genre. I teach with the historical fiction, informational, and a biography genre. So we teach units based on those, and I want to make sure that my kids understand when to go to some of those books. Does that make sense? So here's what I did. I created labels that are very similar to the labels that I used in kindergarten. Let me see if I can get it to focus. Okay, there it goes. So the labels that I use have a color on the spine, and then on the front it has my name, it has the genre name, and then it has a spot for me to put the level. I have not gotten to being able to put the level on each of the books, but as I'm going along with them, I can start adding some of the levels for them just with like a Sharpie here. I printed these out on paper, cut them up, and then I just used packing tape to be able to apply them on. And what's really nice is that the packing tape comes off relatively easy. So if I end up having to change something or giving away books or however I do it, I don't ruin the book itself with different types of stickers. I have all of my red here, which is my historical fiction. And the books that are typically like on display, or if there are books that I have either multiple collections or they're about the same type of theme, so like Bud Not Buddy, I can do the Watsons Go to Birmingham. I could put all of those in here and like kind of have those as like a category in and of itself. And I'll show you that in a second when I go into my fantasy in just a minute. Down here I have the animal fiction, which I know that it's technically fantasy, but I wanted to separate because my fantasy is huge. So these are a lot of just animals as the main characters. And my kids are obsessed with like the McGruff and the, you know, the Humphrey books. So again, all of them are the exact same color, has my name on the front. It has a spot for animal fiction, and then it has a spot for the level itself. Over here, the brown ones, and the brown ones are mystery. So I placed all of my mystery books here. What I love about this is that it's clean. It's not messy. It looks just very clean. And if I was to come over here and say, I could quickly scan and say, that one's out of place. Why is there a white within a red? So I can pull that one out and automatically make sure I put it in the right spot. Sorry, I have to get stands, so they keep messing up right now. So what's nice is I am able to keep them pretty organized and clean. Whereas if I put them inside of buckets, guys, like you don't know what's inside of the bucket. And you don't, like, things can get shoved in buckets and you never know where it is. This I can easily scan to see if there's a different color that does not belong within that spot. So that's really, really nice. Let me show you the other side now. So here's an example. You can see I have a lot of fantasy and a lot of realistic fiction. And some of my books are not done yet because we were just not able to we didn't have enough time to finish it. So again, the blue are all of my fantasy books and it has a spot for those. This is an example of where I would put a collection. So all of these are the Chronicles of Narnia that I placed inside of this bucket so kids can easily reference some of those. But it's just nice because it fits along with our 40 book challenge. It goes with what it is that we're learning about. And it's very easy for me to be able to say, oh, those books don't belong in that spot. I feel like it's just nice and clean. It doesn't look messy. It's just clean to me. I don't know. I like it. You guys let me know in the comments down below if you like this. I am going to put up the labels in my store, so I'll leave a link to that so that you guys can go and get those if you would like to try this method of organizing your books. So I will put the books in there and I will also stick the 40 book challenge in with this page set, and these will be editable so that you can edit your name and stuff in there too. So you guys can do that. But I like it. Okay, so the second thing that I really wanted to talk to you guys about is a giveaway. I had mentioned on my Ron Clark, or a surprise, I think it was a surprise is the way I said it, but I had mentioned on my Ron Clark video, the second part, that there was going to be something very special because I wanted to share a little bit of Ron Clark with some of you as far as viewers. And I have ended up deciding that I'm going to do that giveaway on Instagram. So if you are curious about the giveaway and really want to know it, be sure that you're following me on Instagram. I will leave that link down below, and it is The Lettered Classroom, so that you can find me on there. Definitely make sure that you're following me so that you can be a part of this giveaway because it's very exciting. I'm very excited to be able to share some of it with all of you. So follow me on Instagram. Now, for the big moment, I told all of you that I have a very exciting thing happening to me next year. And it is now officially out to families. It is now officially out in the public. So I can officially say something to all of you. So next year, instead of being a 4th grade teacher, I will be a part of a team called the MAC team. And if any of you are familiar with MAC, MAC stands for Multi-Aged Classroom. So I will be in a team with 2 other teachers. One of them is my partner teacher, and one of them is also a vertical team teacher of mine. And we are all 3 teaching a combination of 4th, 5th, and 6th grade. It is not like 4th grade teacher, 5th grade teacher, 6th grade teacher. We're treating them as one huge group of kids. And it takes away the stigmatism of you're a 4th grade student, so you need to be learning 4th grade material. Oh, you're a 5th grade student, you need to be learning 5th grade material. Well, who says that? What if developmentally they're not prepared for that? What if developmentally they're ready to excel above that? So this is kind of that environment that we are giving them. Those kids would remain with us for 3 years at our school, and we are very, very excited to implement it. I will be doing a complete video talking to you about what is a MAC team and how is it pretty much going to look for us, and some of it we're still trying to plan out and we're still kind of digging into it, so that's going to take some time, and we're going to be doing a lot of planning over the summer, definitely. But I'm very excited because not only will I be working with 2 other teachers in 4th, 5th, and 6th grade, but I am also teaching all subjects. So I will be teaching reading, writing, math, science, and social studies, and our team is going to primarily focus everything with project-based learning. So it's going to be very hands-on, very much so related to real-world experiences, because we want to be sure that we're preparing our students. I will do a video explaining a little bit more about the MAC team. I am very, very excited to be able to share this with you guys, and more will come as far as some of our planning and how we're going about kind of creating this. That is my big news. I hope you're excited. I am very, very excited. If you're a little confused, if you don't really quite understand or in a disagreement, I say keep your mind open for a little bit. Don't just completely shut everything down automatically. We are changing. The world is changing. So we need to start thinking of things a little bit differently. And this is that opportunity to be able to start approaching things a little bit differently. Not only with technology and, everything's changing. Technology's changing. Jobs are changing. Why isn't education changing? So I strongly believe that education does need to change to really understand and look at the individual child versus looking at them as a 4th grader. So that is kind of our idea and our philosophy behind that. And I'm so excited to be able to share this little journey with all of you. So stay tuned for more information coming out. Be sure that you are following me on Instagram so that you can check out that little giveaway. And I will talk to you guys very, 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 very soon. Bye.